Thanks, Cam, and thanks, Jade, for inviting us along today. My name's Gary Nelson, and I'm from Workbridge, and I'm from the local branch in New Lynn. Workbridge. What is Workbridge all about? Well, basically what we do is we're a professional employment agency for people with disabilities, injuries, or long-term effects of illness. We're a non-profit organisation, contracted by the Ministry of Social Development, and we're a national organisation, and we've got something like 25 branches, I think, across. You'll see it at on the last slide. I think it's about 25. Now, our vision is that every person with a disability has the same value as any other person, and that they will contribute positively to the workplace. And oh, okay, I thought the next one was coming up. So basically our mission is to enable people with disabilities to participate and experience equally in the labour market. Now, I suppose just a little bit in terms of that, we're about what we call real jobs for people with disabilities. So that is jobs paying the same as everybody else, okay? So at least the minimum adult wage. So we work with clients to find the best possible employment outcomes that have been living with the effects of disability or illness for at least 6 months. So, that doesn't include people that might have just broken their arm and, it's fixed in 6 weeks. So it has to be, an ongoing concern. And that bit I missed there, that wasn't 20 seconds, was that we are contracted by Ministry of Social Development to place 4,220 people a year. That's across the country. So we also work with employers to find suitably qualified staff, educate staff about disability awareness training, provide ongoing support to clients within the workplace, and we also help job seekers assess their vocational needs and their abilities, develop their job search skills around interviews and job search and CVs and that kind of thing, find relevant work experience. It's racing now, isn't it? And really, that's it. So, going back to the previous one, it's more about getting them ready to work, so we're both working together towards employment outcomes. Every day, people with disabilities are securing worthwhile employment, and that's our challenge every day. So that's our employment service role. Second part of the presentation is about funding. We have 3 types of funding: job support, training support, and self-start. Now, this funding is designed around helping people with disabilities take up open employment opportunities. So that's the same as our employment arm and around, the same jobs as everyone. Designed to overcome the barriers when a person with a disability enters employment and or training. So that's a training or employment situation. There is eligibility criteria. It's set by the government, and we administer it on their behalf. Okay, the funding can't be used to cover health or ACC-related costs. An example of a health cost might be hearing aids, for example. Only covers costs directly related to the person's disability. Okay, that's the same one. Interesting. So, only covers, so specific employment environment. I'll just wait for that one to go to the next one. Must have been. Okay, so this is the big criteria question. We call it the cost of disability. Okay, so it's the additional cost that a client has as a direct consequence of their disability when undertaking the same job or training opportunity as a person without a disability or an impairment. So it's the extra cost. So not the same cost for everyone, the extra cost. Employers are expected to provide reasonable accommodations, actions and interventions of a good employer, and can reasonably be expected to do to assist any person participating in employment. So we are looking at that first, and of course that reasonable expectation is depending on each employer. Job support funding is up to a maximum of $16,900 per person per year. Now that includes all forms of Ministry of Social Development sources. So if there's skills investment subsidy already in that year, it comes off the $16,900. Jobs must be in open employment, so once again that's the whole $13.50 an hour. And I missed the rest. These are examples of some of the funding that support funds can pay for. So just to pick a few: equipment, interpreter services, job coaches, support people, training after placement, transport, that's a big one for us. So now it's our second phase of funding, that's just training support. It's a lifetime allocation of $15,600. So it's got to be in an open and fully integrated setting. It's got to be NZQA or Ministry of Social Development approved courses. Must have a vocational outcome, and it can be used for work experience. Every training support application must have a detailed vocational plan. Now that is basically clearly showing a student's pathway to a realistic and vocational outcome, within a reasonable time period. And to finish, that's where our branches are. I think there's 23, or did I say 25 there? All this information is on our website, www.workbridge.co.nz, and this is the local office here, where I'm based. We have 2 offices in Auckland, but that's how you can get hold of us the easiest way. And that's it. Thank you.